Aloha and welcome to Live at the Legislature. I'm Jill Kuramoto, and every week we sit down with Hawaii senators to talk about the events and issues that are happening here at the Capitol. And today we are joined by Senator Brian Taniguchi. Senator Taniguchi represents District 11, which encompasses Manoa to Makiki to Punchbowl. Senator Taniguchi is also the chair of the Judiciary. And welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Sure. Now I know that your committee has been dealing with a number of important issues this session, everything from courts to child care to gun safety. Let's talk briefly about some of the big issue bills that are moving through the session right now.
Okay. Well, I think what comes to mind is, well, two bills. One is, I guess the issue is medical assistance in dying. And so last year the Senate passed over a bill to the House. And I believe the House is having a hearing tomorrow for their bill on that. So I guess we would have preferred that the House deal with the Senate bill that was already in the House, but they've introduced a new bill, and they'll be hearing it tomorrow. And I think it has, hopefully, we'll be able to revisit some of the issues that are tied with this issue, and maybe be able to take a look at what the House is able to pass over.
Okay. And then there's another bill you were talking about, the Warner bill.
Yes. This is a bill that's been advocated by the family of Kalana Warner. He was a 19-year-old who was, I guess, killed in front of his house on the road, on the highway. Well, I guess he was hit by a woman who apparently had been out drinking,
and she fled the scene.
She fled the scene, and so I guess there's some concern. Well, the family's very heartbroken about it. We had a very intense hearing. I also had a very intense meeting with them when we discussed the bill. And so we'd like to see something done in terms of people leaving the scene of the crime, maybe enhancing penalties or increasing the penalties. But we'll take a look. We've been taking a look at it, and the Senate bill is in motion. I believe the House is also taking up the issue, and hopefully we'll send something over also.
Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that one. Let's talk a little bit about child welfare, and I know that this is a very startling statistic. In the U.S., 1 in every 5 girls, 1 in every 20 boys are victims of sexual abuse, and in 60 to 80% of the cases, they don't report this abuse for sometimes decades later. Senate Bill 2719 aims to support these victims of sexual abuse. How is it doing that?
Well, what it does, I guess, maybe going back a little bit, we had, I guess, this bill deals with the statute of limitations, where people can bring claims. There's no limitations on criminal offenses, but this is for civil actions. And so when there are a lot of concern about what had happened with the Catholic Church a couple of years back, we had extended the statute of limitations. That has expired. And now with, I guess, the allegations coming out about commitment schools and a particular doctor that was involved, we felt that we had to kind of reopen it for these people also, kind of in fairness, because the issues are the same, are very similar.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that one. That's still moving through. And then let's talk about gun safety. I know we've heard a lot about bump stocks lately, and for those of you who may not be familiar with what they are, they're trigger modification devices that were allegedly used in the Las Vegas shootings. And I know that your committee is looking at a measure that would prohibit these types of modification devices in Hawaii. Opposition to the bill says it's overreaching. However, it's still moving forward. Tell us why.
Well, I think there's a national concern about guns, and I think especially with regard to in the school, shootings in the schools and things. And so I think Hawaii has relatively strict gun control laws, and so we don't really need to do too much, but this bump stock issue has come up, and I think it's one of the ways we think we can help address the national issue about gun control. And we do know that the House changed some of the language in the bill, so we're going to take a look at that. We have a hearing, I believe, tomorrow.
Wow.
So we'll take a look at that and maybe make similar type changes so that we can. There's some concern that we'd be taking away a lot of people's guns and things. But
right. A lot of
there's always that kind of Second Amendment concerns, but I think we will take a look at doing something that we think would be fair for everybody, and that will prevent these kinds of, hopefully help prevent some of these tragedies from happening.
Right. Luckily, Hawaii is a very safe state when it comes to guns,
yes.
gun control. All right. Well, on a much lighter note,
Okay.
there is an event that is coming up here at the Capitol, of which you chair. Art of the Capitol is April 6th, and it's free, open to the public, and it's a wonderful event showcasing the beautiful artwork of the local artists here in Hawaii that are installed in the offices at the Capitol. And we are now in our 10th year of Art at the Capitol. And this year, I know that there is something very, very unique that's going to be happening. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we every year with Art at the Capitol, we try to highlight some aspect of art at the state in the building. So we've done the tapestries, we've done the light fixtures, we've done the mosaic, and we've done a lot of the different things. But this year, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually bringing in an art exhibit, which is, I guess it's called Participatory Public Art. And so what it is will be a large wall with, I guess, before I die, I want to stencil many of them along on this wall. And there'll be some blank spaces where people can write in, can fill it in. And it's a kind of a public participatory thing, and we want people to check it out and think about stuff. And so hopefully that'll be something a little bit different. We're not highlighting something that's fixed here, but it's something that we're bringing in that will be here at the Capitol.
And it's encouraging people to share their perspectives, their voices,
right.
which is basically the theme this year, right? Share your voices.
Yeah.
And again, it's free. It's part of Art at the Capitol. First Friday.
Yeah, it's on First Friday in April. So this is a project that was started by a lady in New Orleans, and so her name is Candy Chang, and there's hundreds of these walls throughout the country and internationally, and so we're very happy to be part of that, and we're going to do a Before I Die wall here at the Capitol, and so we would like people to come. It'll be up the week before, before Art at the Capitol, the week of Art at the Capitol, so people can participate, and hopefully we kind of get them thinking about things, and especially in light of our civil defense. So I think a lot of people, in January, a lot of people started thinking about that too, right? About what you want to do. So it's kind of, I think it's timely.
Very timely. All right, Senator, thank you so much.
Right.
And you can also check out our Facebook page, Art at the Capitol, to find out more information. Thank you for watching Live at the Legislature. We'll see you next week.